Thank God it's Monday. Together today, we read the Bible and we make it applicable to our everyday. This is out of yesterday's sermon. We have preached on only two verses that are, they are something. All right, Mathew 10. So everyone, verse 32, so everyone who acknowledges me before men, I will also acknowledge before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I also will deny before my Father who is in heaven. That is not on a cup. That is not on an Instagram post. This verse is not on a t-shirt, right? That's a tough verse to read. How do we live this up in a good way? Because here's what Kriya said. First of all, didn't God love us unconditionally? Was his love not given for us already? How can he then put conditions on salvation? Well, the love of God and salvation are two separate things. The love of God is shown in the act of Jesus being given for the sins of the world. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, right? And as whosoever believes in him will not perish. He or she shall have eternal life. Huya then looks and traced back. Where do you see denying? What happens in the Bible? And it's clear. This is not about a one-time instance. Otherwise, Peter would not be a follower of Jesus anymore. There was no fourth chance for Peter if you take this verse as a one-moment rule. Right? You deny Jesus once, you're out. That's not the point. Peter denied Jesus 3 times. He had a chance to stand for him 3 times. He messed it up 3 times. And people actually asked again and again. Jesus gives him a 4th time at Pentecost. And he gets it. And that is encouraging to you and me because, right, some of us, we just need a 4th chance. We're the 4th chance people, right? However, why is that linked together? Why is acknowledging us before the Father linked to us acknowledging Jesus publicly? Well, first of all, faith is not private. It's a public thing. It is personal, yes, but it's not private. Number 2, faith and confession have a strong link. You will talk about the things you believe. The things that you're proud of, happy about, excited about, they will exit your mouth. Come on, look at this. Romans 10 verse 9 says, because if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. You will be saved. How? Well, if you believe in your heart and if you confess with your mouth. So both are, those are two things. One is external, one is internal. So Paul is saying, if you believe in your heart, you will confess with your mouth. And so that is the key back to focus, because if you go like, oh, I need to confess Jesus, I need to go, and then we make up this Christian ideal of a person who has like this, perfect way of sharing the gospel. But if you go to your personal experience, what are the blessings that God has showered on you, has given on, the love that he's lavished on you? What did he do for you in the last few weeks, in the last couple of months, in this year, right? And when you start to recount those blessings, you know you have something to share. You have something to share. You're like, oh, he provided for me. He healed me. He helped me when I was so in distress. When I was so alone, that's when I felt God. And you have something to share. And that's something to acknowledge. Don't deny what you've experienced with God in the last weeks, last month, last year. In your Connect group right now, why don't you take some time and start to share what are the blessings, what have you experienced of the love of God in your life in the last week. Start to make lists, maybe find 3 things that God has done. And then once you have 3, find 5, find 10 things where God has blessed you and you have something to share. And this will empower you to live in public what you experience in private. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful week.